On to the third and final day, day 3. Before the event, I went to M&S Cafe to energize, and literally 5 minutes before the event started, I reviewed my deck, thought about the times that I bricked quite a lot yesterday with Brachio, King, and Kaido. I removed one King, one Kaido, and then added an X-Drake and a Who's Who. Round 1 is against a player named Kashi. This match was a deck limited Kaido mirror match. First game for me, nervous as usual. This was a very tight match and a controversial win at that. So, what had happened? Let's fast forward towards the end of the match. I had no more life left. I really needed to win on this turn. At this point, we both had one character Kaido each on the board. However, they were both rested, and he had one life left. I summoned Kaido with 9k and didn't discard the 5 cards. I then used Leader Kaido's effect to trash that life. After that, I declared an attack with the Kaido I had just summoned in order to finish the game. Kashi then stated that I need to remove the 5 Don in order for rush. I disputed and said I'm pretty sure that the card has rush without having to discard the 5 cards. So we called over a judge to just clarify what the actual ruling is. And he stated that because there is a full stop after the sentence, it's not like a comma, it's a completely different part to it, that the card gains rush. Moments later, after that ruling, the judge had stated that it was actually incorrect and that in order for Kaido to gain rush, you need to minus 5 Don in order to do so. I honestly felt so bad for winning like that because I've met Kashi before on day 1, day 2, and I believe even on the Wednesday as well. And he's such a nice guy, and it really hurt me that I did that to him because I felt like I cheated with so much on the line as well. Even though it was the judge's ruling, at the end of the day, for me personally, it just didn't feel right. And the results had already been punched in. To be honest, I was really putting myself in Kashi's shoes. If that happened to me personally, I would be devastated. So that is the first match won. Round 2, I got none other than Jet, number 1 DBZ player, regional. And this was another deck limited Kaido mirror match. As soon as I saw the pairing, I instantly felt more nervous and slightly intimidated knowing that he had won yesterday and the fact that he did win a regional. During this game, Jet could see that I was visibly sad and hurt of what had just happened. And he was kind enough to say, look, it's not my fault. It was a judge's ruling and I shouldn't feel too bad about it. In this game, it was pretty even. I felt like I started to pull away from sending out King and Who's Who to just pop his cards off the field. And from his reaction to some of the cards that he drew, it just felt like they were really dead hands and nothing he could do to really stop me from winning the game. So that was round 2 won. On to round 3, faced a player named Omer, and this was a deck limited Kaido mirror match. To be honest, I felt even more nervous because from the previous 2 days, if you go 3-0, you're pretty much guaranteed the silver foil Luffy card. I can't really remember the match or any significant turning points, but what I do remember is that I managed to keep a good distance between my life and his. I was about 1 or 2 lives ahead of him, and I felt that really made the difference. And that is round 3 won. Oh man, that really took a lot of pressure off my shoulders, you don't understand. Onto the last round, I faced a player named Owen. Lo and behold, I'm pretty sure you're seeing a theme here. Deck limited Kaido mirror match. In this game, I pretty much got pummeled. He did stay after he had won that he had only stage card, Queen, King, Kaido. And yeah, I really felt that because I think he ended up winning with 3 life left. Straight after the loss, I gave the Crocodile, Kid, and Kaido super pre-release deck that I had purchased to Kashi. Because honestly, I felt so bad about that. He was obviously very reluctant at first, but I really insisted. Felt like it was needed for my conscience and my soul. I spoke to some of my mates about it. I'm saying that I shouldn't have given it because at the end of the day, it's a judge's ruling. Sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't. And others, not saying that it was the right thing, but it was a really nice thing to do. I honestly don't feel any regret giving them to him because there was a lot on the line. I did end up winning the card in the end. I already got my fair share of super pre-release decks anyway, and I hope those cards either bring him luck or whatever he needs in the future. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below about that. Would you have done what I would have done? And as stated before, because I lost the final, I still came second, so I still managed to get my hands on the card. Congrats to Owen for coming first place and also winning the card. To summarize my overall experience, because I participated in all 3 events, I managed to purchase all 3 super pre-release decks. I gave 3 to Kashi and saved the red Luffy for a mate back in London. So over the weekend, I managed to get 2 in total, which that was meant to be the case anyway, but because the Saturday one was a walk-in. I also got 3 promo packs, 3 participation cards, and the card which I was dying for, the silver foil Luffy card, add to my collection. Oh my days, I am so gassed to get my hands on this card. As stated before, this is my first time being in a competitive environment, so this was very new to me. First impressions from this particular event is that I didn't like the confusion about whether you could use a single structure deck or a combined limited deck, as it gave other players an unfair advantage. But on the bright side of things, I met some great people. Staff and organizers, to name a few, David, Adam, Tat, Saad. Also the players that I met, Jet, Kashi, Tom, Locke, Aaron, Michael. Honestly, the list could go on. It was so lovely to meet everyone there and just positive vibes, you know. I've now given you my thoughts on my experience. I'm interested to know your thoughts on what I've experienced. Thoughts on how the event was run, from my opinion, and also your thoughts on the misruling, which inevitably kickstarted my win streak to eventually getting the silver foil Luffy. If you've enjoyed the video, Gomu Gomu Pistol, that like button, subscribe if you want to be Nakama, and hit that Shandorian bell to be notified on future videos. My name is Mello. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and stay blessed.